now she twerking on tour. Then she send you pics, she say that's my DJ. DJ get at you, yeah, she that bit on replay.
What's up? Welcome to the DJ Getatcha podcast with OG Chuck Trill. What's up?
What's up, big dog? How your week been so far?
Busy week.
Yeah.
Very busy.
Been a lot of things going on this past week. You know, one, I want to give a shout out to my sister, Dr. Shalonda Reese. You know what I'm saying? Her birthday came by. You know, happy birthday, sis. You know, she just came from Switzerland, sent me a gift in the mail. You know what I'm saying? It's best ever. But it was something that she told me, man, that really got me. She said being there, and I told her she was talking about the club scene there, and she was saying that there are like all our music. Our music is being popular over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it really fits in to the show that the music here being made is really being listened everywhere, you know. But, you know, it's pretty good to know that you can go to Switzerland and not feel like you lost, like they speaking the German language and everything you hear is, you know, different music. You can go there and still have a good vacation and feel comfortable. So I thought that was pretty good. She was there on the event, but, you know, she had a little vacation there.
Oh, man. One thing I want to touch on, rest in peace to PNB Rock.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Very tragic thing, what happened this weekend. But do you want to touch on that?
Man, it gets to the point now is that we are losing. Like, in the beginning of this year, we lost like 27 rappers, you know, artists, good music. You know, they just getting noticed, just being able to blow up. I don't know what's going on with our conditioning, you know, why we have to be hurting each other. Man, we are brothers and we sisters. And it hurts me to my heart to be seeing this going on constantly. We losing so many of us. How often do you hear about all the rock stars getting popped? Can you name one? Anybody?
Nope.
Listen, Nas, Jay-Z, man, they had problems, they had beef, but they took care of it in the booth. I ain't gonna lie, man, you know, we threw a few fists here and there, but we wasn't killing each other. Because if you ain't got nobody to hate, ain't no such, how can you be good if nobody to hate? If you kill who hate you.
Exactly.
You know, so, you know, I'm getting tired, though, to be honest, of seeing that part when we got such great talent out here, great people. And over what? You kill him over a woman, right? Right? He dead, you locked up. She's still doing her thing.
Still doing the same thing.
It gotta stop, dog. I wish I knew how to stop it. Only thing I can just say, man, the condition of people is in a different state of mind. And one of the biggest things, we don't know the reaction these days. It doesn't take much for someone to lose it. And, you know, sometimes you could be riding on the road and a person cut you off. They cut you off. They were completely in the wrong.
No, they do that every day.
And you just blow the horn. Like, hey, you know, you trying to tell them be careful. You know, you almost hit me. They'll get out and shoot you.
You won't even get out. They'll shoot through their car and hit you.
You know, and I'm tired of giving them people excuses. You know, hey, you don't know what's going on in their life. You know, and you don't know what made them react to that. But some words, because a woman choose to mess with two people, because of some lyrics, because this individual actually is a better artist than you, so you want to hate, but then you feel like you can do better if I just kill him? Don't make any sense. It don't.
I agree to that.
I think everybody out there, when things start getting a little rocky in your life and things start going, don't blame nobody, blame yourself and figure out that way to handle them. And always the way to handle, make sure you think twice about what you do, because the decision you might make might be the wrong one.
Be the wrong in your last.
Yes.
All right, so you recently put out a song called "Pop My Shit."
Oh yeah, with JG. Yeah. I really like that. I'm trying to get more likes. I'm trying to get more bottles popping. You know, videos of the music being played because we do have something that we have. We have a giveaway. We have a giveaway for most views on you popping a bottle. You can check it out on Getatcha page and go ahead and send that in because when December hit, we're gonna pick a winner, and on New Year's they're gonna have an extra $500 in their pocket to do something. $500 used to be worth something, but now it ain't worth too much with all the things going on. You don't want me to get on to the politics situation about how things is going up. I think one of the strangest things is look at all the money they were giving away before things got rough, before a virus came into a play. And then once all that money stopped, everything went up. Everything went up. So now people out here, they really penny pinching. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep working, working hard. But people out there that's out there working hard, man, don't give up. Keep doing it. You have a job, it may not be the best, be grateful. Because some people can't even get a job due to things of decisions they made, like putting a bullet into somebody. So, when you get back to everything going on, we got to just stay focused, stay positive, and keep moving towards that. But what was your feeling on what happened over this past weekend?
Nothing but progressing. I feel like that's what happened. A lot of thinking, a lot of doing, a lot of moving, staying active, pretty much.
Yeah, they say an idle mind is a devil's playground.
Yeah, I don't like them people.
No.
I don't like them people.
Yeah.
I like to be on the go, and sometimes I think that's what's wrong. Go through my mind. I'm a thinker, so I keep thinking. Even when I'm doing something, I'm thinking of the next move. Even though I may halfway finish something, but I'm still thinking of the next move. So I stay active, keep going, no matter what. 2 hours of sleep, 1 hour of sleep. I'm gonna keep going.
But the thing is, you more of a positive thinking. I'm talking about the ones that's thinking of what's going on was wrong. They're not trying to make a positive move. They trying to figure out how to take someone out or figure out what this person is doing, what this girl doing behind my back, instead of focusing on themselves.
Well, like you said, I'm a positive thinker. What I understand now, what I have understanding from myself, now I'm just being quiet, minding my own business. That's the best thing to do because people they're so sensitive nowadays. You can't say nothing.
Yeah, you've been not
You ain't say
saying the wrong
nothing.
words.
You can mean the best to a person of what you're saying, but they take it in the wrong way. Then you in the altercation, I'm like, nah. It's just like wherever I'm at, I may see something, unless it's just really something crazy. I say something, but other than that, but like, nah, I just better just cut it and just keep walking.
I think when you know someone for a long time, and when you see their character, their character kind of changed due to some of the negative influences around, that's out of their hands. A lot of times things that happen to us are literally out of our hands, and we have to be able to control what we want to be. What we do have in our hands, we need to be able to control it. So if you're an artist and your music is your outlet, leave them streets out there. Because them streets ain't going nowhere. Mm-hmm. But your music ain't gonna go nowhere if you're not working on it. You too busy focusing what everybody's doing out there.
Everybody doing stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, and I just want more, I want more positive stuff. I want more music. And I also want reality. Because some of the things that we go through out here is real.
Yeah, I agree.
People out here struggling. I have someone that actually right now they're in Jamaica, and I told them, about Jamaica. Years ago, I said, man, being in Jamaica opened my eyes out to a lot of things. And so now they see for themselves. They dare, and they're like, wow, this is how they live.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know because we so wrapped up into what we do. We don't know what's really going on out here besides the 4 or 5 blocks you know.
Yeah, that's it. Up. Shit, you know the blocks, but don't even own them.
Yeah, you know those blocks.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad to come somewhere and ask somebody, hey, man, you live here? Like, yeah, I've been here all my life. Hey, how you get over? Man, I don't know. I ain't never been over there. Are you serious? You don't know your surroundings?
Right. Yeah, because it's so different everywhere from the, north, south, east coast, whatever.
Yeah.
It's so different. California, different. Seattle, different. To me, it's kind of the depression state. Rained so much. Last time I was there, it rained the whole time. And it seemed like the energy was sucks.
Yeah, I saw you had to put on some new
Yeah.
edition. Can you stand?
Yeah. And everywhere you go,
rain?
everywhere you go, it doesn't matter, you in the woods or something, it's a coffee shop. People just in there drinking coffee and sipping on the cup real slowly. And I'm like, the hell?
Did you know Seattle was really one of the areas where grunge music really come from? So now you kind of got an understanding. You think about, when hip hop originally came out, it was basically talking about things. Some people going tough with it, talking about don't push me to the edge. You know what I'm saying? Because they trying not to lose. And that's what's happening out here, man. This situation is going on. We got a lot of people losing right now.
Right. I agree.
And I just want y'all to have encouragement to know when things going on around you may not be the best, but the only one that can change that is you. It's by the choices you make and the decisions you make to move forward, to get better. It's one thing to talk about one thing, it's another thing to do it. Some of us have some brilliant minds, but you don't apply your mind to what you need to apply it for. Use it for that. When all that negativity and stuff come in, when all that things come into play, it's just to take you out of your element.
Right.
Stay in your area. Do what you do. Let them haters be out there.
Right.
Just because you know you can kick somebody's ass, that don't mean you necessarily needs to do it.
Right.
Think
Exactly.
twice. It's consequences behind every choices you make.
Right. Exactly. But right now we have a special guest, E-Blue.
Oh man.
All right.
Come on in,
sir.
Bo.
Yeah. You gonna bring him in, boss. But anyway, we got E-Blue on. He's finna get ready to come in actually right now. No.
Yeah, man, that's all right. That's all right. We got our first guest coming, and we're gonna see how talented and what.
Very, very talented. I didn't listen to his music already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can't wait to hear some.
What's going on,
man? Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure, brother.
Likewise, bro.
Oh my God. Pleasure to meet you, bro.
Well, we got you right here.
Man, that is awesome.
Nah,
Man. It really
thank you.
is, man. It
Thank
really
you.
is.
Right. So E-Blue. So where you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas, man. Houston, Texas. That's southern. We share that southern,
Yeah.
The
southern
heat.
love, you know. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that this morning. I woke up feeling like I was, I had escaped the heat out there for a minute. It was like 79 when I got up. It's
A little
damn
more
near
drier. Though.
damn near as hot as it is
Yeah,
in Houston right
yeah,
now.
exactly.
2 hours and shifted. So
The tour, I mean, how did that change you, like seeing what it's really about, like the work you have to put in, the rest you lose, and, the people you have to please, because you out there performing and you want to please your fans and everybody want to talk to you and grab after you. How tough was that?
I loved it. I mean, I've been in different style tours, like a real. I was in a group at first, so I've been in tour situations where it's more a show-to-show thing. For us, this was more like kind of like a media tour, where some of them we were doing shows, some of them we were doing hostings, but every city we'd at least do a couple interviews. We go tap in with certain people and try to find one way to at least have a meet and greet or a show or a hosting or some way to be able to tap whoever wanted to, touch whoever wanted to come around. But it's crazy, and I think it's just a natural thing, but sometimes we're so in our day-to-day motion that we don't really see the reaction that we're getting, or how far we're really being able to take it. Me being able to travel outside of Houston or outside of the cities that I'm in and seeing the love and the response that we got in so many of these other cities like Chicago or or DC, it was crazy. I think that's at the end of the day what keeps you going. It's important to stay focused and keep looking up but it's also important to try and look back and think like, man, the 12-year-old me would be really proud of where I'm at right now, Because if not, you get drowned in that whole like, man, it's too hard and it's not working, and there's so many ways to be depressed being an artist that I think it's also just as important to try and count your accomplishments and pat yourself on the back in a light way of like, yo, it's tough, but we have gotten a long way. It is room for growth, and all this work is paying off in one way or another. So it's things like that. That tour really helped me get back in, coming from a tight spot. And like I said, it's discouraging that I've had a record and then had to drop my momentum and put it back together. So that was the moment that I kind of got a lot of my motivation back to get back in and be like, yeah, I think I could see this thing through again. I see it, I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
And I think that's good because the simple fact that I already got there. So if I did it once, I can definitely do it again.
100%.
I just got to figure out how to do it better this time.
100%.
But did time go fast during them days? Did it seem like it was flying by and you feel like you couldn't get enough done?
100%. And that's for me in every city too. I think you always get in and you plan it out and you're like 3-4 days, cool. Mm-hmm. And by the second day, somebody's like, yo, you here on Thursday? You're like, man, I leave on Tuesday, bro. Boom. And you're always, just wishing you could have stayed a little longer.
Right.
For me, I started off the tour, but I've been around for a long time, not through the solo thing, but I've had my previous situation. So I was coming into this one really trying to be present, really trying to soak in every moment. But it's just crazy how that happens when you're hopping on a plane, 2-3 times a week. You want to enjoy everything. You want to be present, but come that second, third week, you can't help but feel like, man, I'm tired of traveling. I don't want to leave. I want to be at the house 2-3 more days. I'm not ready to go yet.
Right.
Whatever it is. And we get a little selfish. I think for me, it's a blessing to be able to go out there and do what we want to do and go to all these different cities and get to travel and see different cultures and people. But, sometimes we just get so caught up in what we got going that for me, I traveled time towards the second half of the tour. I think the first half of it, I was really present. The second half, it just kind of flew by.
Wow.
To where looking back, I'm like, man, I wish I would have been, more there. But I was just trying to get through.
Did you ever, go ahead, Dim.
So what about the lack of sleep?
Right now, this is fumes talking,
Right.
But I went to sleep at 8:30 this morning. I woke up by 10 something. The bro coming to pick me up, and that's just been the motion for years.
Yeah.
And tour gets tough too, but just in general, like coming out here and working. When I'm at the house, which I have a son too, so that's something I don't really talk too much about. So I'm on daddy time, and I'll come home from the studio even then at 3, 4 in the morning, and have to wake up at 7:30 and then I come out to work, and it's the same thing, every day. Lack of sleep. It's one of the things that if my mom is watching, she's one of the people that preaches it to me every single day.
That's good.
Like it's important. It really is.
Yeah.
It's really unhealthy to be moving how we move, and at the same time, not only the lack of sleep, but not be working out because we out here be smoking a whole bunch if you smoke, be eating fast food as you go because you're on the roll and you can't sit down and cook how you want to.
Yep.
So the terrible food plus the no sleep plus we not putting time to work out and we smoking. You don't want to wait till your body telling you got to make changes. You got you want to try to beat yourself to it.
No, you know what I'm saying? Believe me. What was one of the favorite places you've been to on the tour what city you really enjoyed being in?
I love Chicago. I ended up staying out there for basically a lot of last year. I think that's one of the best cities in the world.
You eat at Sharks when you was there?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's like the best fish and chicken spot you can eat at.
They took me to all kinds of spots in Chicago. I don't know if I went there or not, but
yeah,
they
love
definitely
Chicago too.
They definitely have some of the best food in the world, and on top of that, just the vibe. The only thing I don't like about Chicago is the winter. I was stuck there through one of their coldest winters like 2 years back, a year and a half ago, and it gets bad out there. But
one of the things that get me about Chicago, there's still every time something's going on, you hear a lot about what's going on.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
if you really go down to the old block, it's not like what they portray.
No.
But it's people out there.
Yeah.
On a daily basis.
No, it's very diverse. That's like another thing about it, and it's just one of those cities where it's like to me a good balance between city and like chill. Like it's not too fast paced. There is that if you want it, but you could also find like the slower side of it, and it'd be cool. I love Atlanta too. I'm here a lot. You know, I come out here. The whole family's here. I didn't do this city as like a city on the tour, but during the tour we ended up in Montana in a place called Big Sky, which I was blessed to be able to go like 3 times last year. And that's one of my favorite places that I've ever been to.
Oh, man.
Big Sky, Montana. I worked on a lot of the project there. Like halfway through the tour, we went and ducked off a couple times just to try and create. And man, like that's definitely one of my favorite places. Miami was dope for what it was. You know, Miami's one of those cities that, like New York to me, if you just go on some, like the first time I went, I didn't understand it. I didn't really get it. But once you kind of know somebody with emotions, it's cities that could become fun. So
Somewhat enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, I think each city has its special thing. Like, you know, I look at Chicago as like the home of the dogs. Like, you really gonna eat some dog. You know, New York is always to me gonna be pizza. I'd have been everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like me going to California and say, hey, I know y'all got the best oxtails here, but you know, you go to Jamaica, you gonna see some.
But like for example, you go to New York just trying to go see New York, and then you walking around and you walk around Times Square, and that's cool, and then you're trying to figure out and everywhere you want to go. You know, it's like this, and you just don't see it. I mean, I came back, but then the second time I went, where I know somebody that knows what's going on certain nights, or yo, come pull up on this, I started to see the vibe in New York, and I just understood it. But for me, to be honest, I'm such like a nature person too. I like a lot of the cities and the places where I could do like little hikes or just go out and like when I was in LA, that's one of the reasons that I liked it. In the midst of all the other reasons that I did it, I like to go hiking in the morning. I like to go catch a breather. I like to go, because it's my version of working out. I'm not somebody that loves the idea of like get down and push and you know, which I know I have to, but it's easier for me if I'm just out there like enjoying it, or you know, hiking or going on a walk or whatever the situation is, and I can get my workout in a way to where it's consistent and it's decent.
So in Montana, did you ever get on trails out there?
Oh man, we did
up that way,
and we did a hike. This place called Lava Lake. I don't know if it's like 3.5 miles up and like the same down, but going up there, I'm talking about insane, like insane. It'll really have you questioning yourself.
So that
I wanted to turn around a couple of times, but I love that stuff. I love that stuff.
You see any animals out there?
Oh yeah, we went. You know, we drove down to Yellowstone National Park over in Wyoming, and yeah, we saw everything: moose and buffaloes and all kinds of stuff.
I think a lot of us miss that, don't get a chance to see that type of nature and what the planet is truly having to offer.
Oh man,
you know, and it's beautiful when you realize like this is hot water just bubbling out the ground.
No, none of the geysers and stuff. Yeah, and you know, we went to go see that. But the crazy thing to me too is when I got there and understanding like a reality for them is you walk out, you might get attacked by a bear. Like you gotta have bear spray. You got like, man, I'm from the South. Like I ain't never had to think about nothing like that ever in life. But to them, that's like a natural day-to-day subconscious thing. You gotta have bear spray here. You gotta have this here. You gotta like that's like a thing out there. You know, you might just mess around and get hit up. So.
What do you think about the lingo and once you go into different states and the way they talk? I mean, have you picked up some? Have you liked some words that you have learned? Like, oh man, that's kind of slick because of the meaning of it.
Yeah. But it's just in general, like the East Coast people, they all kind of have like their same vibe to an extent. Everybody got their different little words, but that whole same vibe and energy and the way they express themselves so passionately. And then you got the West Coast, which is more on some chill and more, they got like a more nonchalant way of explaining themselves and talking. And for us in Houston, you know, we super slow down and chill and quiet and all that type of stuff as well. So it's that, like here in Atlanta, I feel like I ran into so many people that I'm like, man, New York. You know,
we have migrated down.
So yeah, I just learned to pick it apart over time.
You know why you think all the New Yorkers come down here?
Why?
Because when you think about New York was the nest of everything, but now it has moved.
This is
here. So wait a minute. If I can't be where how I used to be here, I have to go where I can be.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
the thing. And so a lot of people complain about the drivers. Most of the drivers are down here and not from around here. So
100%.
hey, folks, give them a chance. They don't know where they're going. Let them get over. Show some road courtesy.
We almost got hit yesterday, like in the worst way. Like, dude got over from the last lane.
Yep.
They terrible out here, man.
Yeah.
And we'll look at you like
you wrong. Yeah, we just had a conversation about that too. Sometimes you just gotta let them be.
that's the thing. Trying to prove a point out here don't do you nothing, man. Just let 'em.
Exactly. What would you give advice for someone that's trying to get in and trying to get that opportunity to become and do what you do? What would you tell them to be the best advice for them to get a start of what you did?
Stay as involved on the creative side of things as possible. Don't be trying to overdo the business. Like for me, my best moments, my most inspired and fastest growth moments was my first time around. Because I think, when you first start rapping, you first start making music, you get to that point where every song you feel like you're getting better and better and better and better. And every time you listen to something, you listen back to the songs you made 2 weeks ago, you can't hear them no more because you feel like you already progressed that much. And everything's just moving so fast. Every accomplishment feels like a big growth. You're going from 100 to 200, and all that keeps you so involved. The moment that you snap out of that and focus on all the other stuff and try to put it together backwards, you never feel the same again. And it don't matter how many moves is coming together, how much opportunities coming together. If you can't get back in the studio and feel inspired to create, and that's happened to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's, to me, the biggest thing is staying inspired, loving the creative process, staying in love with making music. If you're gonna be doing this, you gotta really love that side of it, because that's what it takes every day to be able to communicate through that, to love it. This business has so many ways of drawing you away from it, or understanding you got to move on a playlisting basis, or this, or work backwards, or try to put this. It'll mess the whole thing up. Stay as pure as possible, stay as creative as possible.
That's deep,
and that's something I'm trying to fall back to now. I think everything else happens so naturally. You look at it right now, the TikTok guys blowing up. They're not the guys that's been knowing the industry for 15 years. They're not the guys that know the ins and outs of the promos and what you got to do. They're the guys that's following their motion to the best level, staying young, staying relevant to the youth, and putting themselves out there in that manner, something fresh, something young, something fun, something organic, to where you could tell they having fun doing it, and it catches all the way up. And the label's gonna come looking for you, you don't have to go do all that stuff no more. And they don't want the picture perfect artist no more.
Right.
They don't want the guy that has, you just got to really follow the motion, man. Social media is,
Don't give out too much knowledge.
yeah, and just don't even try to chase that side of it too much. Don't get too caught up. It doesn't even work that way no more. The business that's structured back in the day, you got to do it like this. It's not like that no more.
I look at the simple fact that, records, tapes, come on,
man.
There ain't no such thing as, record sales.
You have a guy 2 blocks away from here in the studio working their ass off, putting together a tape with an intro and an outro and 2 interludes and a sound that goes like this and a transition from this. And he might get beat by this guy that just went and made a song smoking 2 blunts in his closet, just hype, doing nothing. Like, it's backwards right now. That effort and this and the third is just not. It has to be fun, It has to be organic, and you're trying to appeal to kids just like you, not to grown men in labels that's 35, 40 years old. So people forget, you'll move your whole thing trying to impress a 40-year-old man. That's not the motion. No. They're gonna fall in line when you do what you like, because that's most likely what other people your age and the young guys is on too. You gotta follow your wave and not get caught up on that side of it. I made that mistake a lot, trying to please the industry.
I had to learn that because I'm so used to different type of rap, different type of hip hop. Mm-hmm. And so now I was like, I can't hate on these because this is their, you know what I'm saying? The thing that I would like to do is still bring back some of what we had.
100%.
I really don't see enough rap groups, you know what I'm saying? I would love to have that. It's a lot of collabs and stuff goes on, and that's great. And speaking of collabs, who was someone you would love to collab with? Like, just put it out there. Like, I would love to get on a cut with this person.
Like, are you talking about realistic or just
realistic?
something I think I can make happen. Like not me shooting at my favorite artist in life.
No, I'm talking about your favorite artist, whatever. Like
So
somebody
as far away as I see it, man.
Yeah.
Right now, somebody I really want to work with is I'm messing with Burna Boy Tough.
Oh,
you know,
man.
I like Burna Boy. This is just me talking on some dream collab type stuff.
Hey, you know, dreams come true. You know that, right?
No, for sure. Party Next Door is somebody that I rock with a lot. Just Respect is paying crazy on a whole other level. Man, it's weird. My mind, it wouldn't even be the hip hop stuff that I do. My dream collabs would be like John Mayer and like different stuff like that. I listen to all kinds of weird and different music, and it changes every day.
You love music.
I love it.
See,
for
I
sure.
listen to all type of music. Now you may come in my house, you might hear some bluegrass, you might hear
100%,
some Beethoven, you might hear some jazz, you might hear some rock. You know, I was listening to Jimi Hendrix the other day and realizing that most of his songs was just about women.
Yeah, you listen to Nirvana, it's the same.
Oh man,
this song's
Nirvana, man, that's
nothing.
one of my favorites. We were just talking about where Seattle, where grunge music started.
Yep.
You know, I know that history, and I think I'm blessed to be able to see y'all young artists and see someone like you come in and put out and have that attitude.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? And keep working on that.
That
and
means
keep
a lot,
being
bro.
yourself.
Thank you so much.
Don't let it change, because things happen to us that change us.
100%.
You know, and just keep where you at. And when you said something about your son, you keep saying son, your son. That shows where your heart and your mind, and I have much respect for that.
My brother, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. It means a lot coming from you, for real. For real.
So what I want to do, I want you to tell the people where they can find you.
Man, I'm on all platforms at I'm eBlue, IMEBLEU, and on all music platforms like digital, we on Apple Music, on Spotify, Amazon, everything. E_BLEU. So we outside, man. I got so much content coming over the next couple of months.
Tell them where.
Yeah.
Tell them where.
We got, you know, as much music as I dropped since I started the solo stuff. I got probably more records coming out over the next 3 months than I've dropped my entire career. More videos dropping over the next 3 months than I've dropped my entire career. So we outside. The content coming. Everything I've been working towards. I feel like I'm in a position where I get to put that out now. So I'm super excited, bro.
I know you're gonna be a busy man. I know you got a lot of things come up, but I would love for you to come back.
I would love to
do some more things.
I would love to come back, man. I appreciate y'all having me, and I'm like that. You know, I rock with who rock with me. So
Amen.
We locked in. We locked in, my brother.
All right, we finna get ready to get out of here. Thank y'all next time. Welcome to the DJ Getatcha podcast. We out.
Out.
Peace.